Yeah, she calls it the Sadie song. And I said, the Sadie song? You go dream Sadie 1, Sadie 2, Sadie 3, Sadie 4. Kind of improvement if you ask me. But no, we don't, we don't really single things out as that's the best or this is the best, but we'd probably change our mind. We would probably change our minds every day.
Right. What is the worst or most embarrassing thing that any member of the band has put on a rider? And a supplementary question for Jim, what's the score going to be on Sunday?
Right, we've, what do you have, what do you insist on, Sarah?
Duck.
How could you probably do a gig without eating duck? Or it's probably duck afterwards, I don't know, Jet?
Well, normally after the show, put out a fair amount of energy, so I always make sure that we have chocolate. Lots of it. We'll all get the munchies after the shows. That's stocked up.
I like a glass of red wine myself.
Yeah, same as Jed really, loads of chocolate for the girls' room. Yeah. No, we do have chocolate. Bacardi? No, Bacardi. We're very good girls. No.
I'll tell you, we've got avocados in the dressing room right now, and eggs.
It's got to be whiskey for me.
I mean, if you went into my dressing room, you'd think you wouldn't hang around very long. I'd put that to you. There's all that usual stuff that the singers have with honey and lemon and all that stuff, which is good, but I do like a bit of Italian cheese, I must say. A bit of dolciolata, but not really, not that much. I mean, back in the day, it was like a pizza delivery, non-stop stuff going in there when we used to eat like horses and look like snakes. But so no, nothing special really, nothing special. Just nice and quiet before we go, and that's what I like. There's another question.
Cool. Yeah. Hi guys. I've got two questions actually. Probably both for Charlie. As a novice guitar player myself, I'm not very good. What would you suggest? What Simple Minds song would you suggest I start with? And secondly, as a band, what song do you find the most challenging to play live?
Well, the second question I can honestly say is the first song we played today, because it's just a straight ahead rock track, but it's actually really easy to go wrong on it. And but I would say maybe one of our songs, I don't know, Mandela Day or something like that, maybe an easy one, 3 chords. There's a little bit of picking in it so you get a bit of, it's really important to develop the right hand if you're a right-handed player, I think. It's often overlooked. That one doesn't do much, it's that one that does all the work.
When are you coming to Iceland? Hey guys, firstly, just want to say that you were the first band I saw when I was 15, so milk and meatballs, so thank you so much for all your music. It's been amazing. I recently read an interview between Nick Rhodes and John Taylor of Duran, and whilst you're known as a massive rock band, they said that you were real pioneers for the synth sound, and they were heavily influenced by you when they started up. I wondered if you ever thought about doing an album that was more synth-driven, maybe a bit more electro, so that has focuses. Things like New Gold Dream, Themes, they're amazing tracks.
Well, I mean, obviously Mick McNeil, that was his thing in Mick's. I think Mick's what did influence a lot of those bands. But it was interesting because at that time our career wasn't going anywhere, and Duran Duran and Spandau Ballet were this sort of fashionable thing. So the fact that we'd mention us, kind of, although we were first, it kind of gave us a lift up. So we were always grateful for that. But it's nice of them if they say that. It's nice, especially for Mick, because he deserves a credit. Is that a question?
Yeah, one more. I've got one for Charlie.
Yeah.
So, one of my favourite tracks is See the Lights. And I love the guitar solo in See the Lights. And I wanted to ask you, Charlie, what's your favourite solo to play, and what Simple Minds song is that from?
Well, it's really difficult because I really don't like playing solos, to tell you the truth. And I think the favourite to play, well, See the Lights is great because I use the slide, and it sounds terrible. Actually, it's really. But I always have it in my head when I play it that it sounds amazing, but in reality, it actually sounds really ropey. But probably that one is a great one to play. It's a bit tricky though. Got to kind of use the slide and the fingers.
What's your favourite of his solos?
So, my favourite is See the Lights.
Sorry, you said that.
Yeah, just, you know.
I was thinking that I've got three.
Oh,
Well, he just played Belfast Shell, so I think that's amazing. And Let It All Come Down, he does that thing. And on the last album, I think it's the longest solo he takes, Barrowland Star. That's so.
are you playing Barrowlands tonight?
Tonight we're not. No, what we do on the tour is we probably play 25 songs tonight, and of which 18 of them we play every night, and then the other 7 kind of come off the bench.
Brilliant.
So Barrowland's on the bench tonight.
That's okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Is that us?
One more, and that's it.
Okay, fine.
Well, lads, not sounding rusty. I've got a mate of mine who's got a lad who's in a band. He's about 20, loves the 80s and all that. I was on the Isle of Wight last year and he's nearly there. I've always said to him, if he had that band in the beginning of the 80s, I reckon he would have got somewhere. How do you feel, you know, they're on YouTube and all this, but how do you feel about bands starting now to when in the early 80s when you started?
Well, first, it's great that you encourage them, and that's great that you do that. I think it's really hard for bands. People always say, why is there not any more great bands and all this stuff? I think the main thing is economics, because to put a band together at the start, you can imagine how much to get a van and 4 people and all that 4 or 5 people, whereas with an acoustic guitar and a computer, you know, you see Ed Sheeran and stuff, you know, that's why I think that's why there's so many solo type things now. And also you don't really have pub gigs anymore, and we grew up on the pub scene and the kind of university gigs, and all that's gone. So how, to be a great band you have to play, and so that's, I think it's really hard. But you never know, you know, things. As far as I can remember going back, people spoke about the death of rock and the death of bands and all that, and then something comes over the hill. But it's been a while since there's been a new band that really cracked it. But you know, if he enjoys playing, then that's great.
Yeah, that's the last question.
All right. So we'll do one more song and we'll wrap that up. And the song we have to do just now, you'll be thinking, why do you have to do that? You must have played that a million times, but we often change versions of songs, and now we're going back to the original version of this song, and we haven't played it for ages, so we kind of need a quick run through again. Promised you a miracle. Let me see your hand. Everything is possible. Again, thanks to all of you. It's going to be great tonight. If it's not great, it won't be for the lack of trying. That's for sure.
have one with our friend.
One video for you. Are you silver banders?